Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Wack. Today is January 8th, and today's episode is going to cover the GMC starting to work on Star. We're going to talk about the exit ARB getting some progress. We're going to talk about on-chain voting quorum and a whole lot more. So let's get started.
10, 9, ignition sequence start, 6.
So the first place, of course, to talk is the Star Initiative. Now, this is something I am incredibly excited about. This is the winner of the RETH incubator, the one to get ideas for us to mint more RETH. And thankfully, this has been really great so far. So here, Schifrin is saying that GMC, it's time to get the Star Initiative underway. The first step is selecting a qualified candidate to lead the charge. Please review and provide feedback on the following. And then this is the overseer job posting and application template. And there's a link to a Google Doc. It says for the job application template, I thought we could include everything up front to cover all the bases and then trim it down if it felt like too much or you think it's overkill. So let's actually have a look at the listing. So if you're interested in applying for this, then you can submit an application once it's open and public. But this is just to give you an idea of what's going on. So here it'll be $1,000 a month for a total of 8 months, and then it could get renewed after that, depending on performance and project outcomes. And then we have some information about what the STAR initiative is, an overview of the position. So it says we're seeking a highly organized, motivated overseer to lead and manage the STAR initiative. The overseer will be responsible for implementing and improving processes, maintaining clear records, and ensuring the initiative's smooth operation. This is a remote part-time position requiring approximately 7 to 10 hours a week. So for a month, then that's 4 weeks, let's just say. So it's about 40 hours, so it's $1,000. So it might be a little bit on the low side, but if you are working 7 hours a week, then it might seem like the salary is satisfactory for you. But I think this is someone who there might be an element of doing it for the love of Rocket Pool as well. But I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, the key responsibilities are project management, CRM implementation, oversight committee coordination, marketing material development, reward management, participant support, and then expected deliverables during the initial stages are establish and operationalize the CRM system within the first 2 weeks, finalize and distribute boilerplate communication materials with oversight committee approval, develop a transparent reward tracking system in collaboration with the oversight committee, and initiate progress tracking and communication channels for all participants. Then the qualifications are there, and then the job application template is there as well, where you can write out your information and answer all the stuff. And the submission deadline will be the 24th of January, so in 2 weeks' time, basically. So if you are interested in doing this, with the GMC still working on finalizing the text, so reach out to Schifrin, really, and show that you are eager and willing to get started on this, and give us some really good answers when it comes to the application form, and the GMC would love to talk to you. Okay, let's go back to the Discord here, and we have some information about the exit bot. Now, this work has been happening really fast, which is absolutely amazing to see from a bounty, because sadly there have been too many bounties in Rocket Pool history that the community have worked on getting ready and out, and then nothing really happening with that. Well, here we have this bounty that's actually like a few different people are working on it. So Ramana is working on it, and Trooper's working on it. So there's stuff happening. So anyway, Mad Matt said that someone said they were going to post some rough code. Is that available? So Trooper then replied by saying, here you go, and then there's a link to Trooper's GitHub, but it says, for your information, flash swap arbitrage is semi-tested. I distributed a number of my mini pools and exited one. I have some level of confidence that it works correctly. Hard to say how it handles the other setups. Waiting for some Haleshki validators to ready to exit in order to test some more. I'd refrain from using the burn existing RETH scenario on mainnet. It's not tested yet. So let's have a look at the GitHub and see what it says here. You can see that there's all these different folders here, like arbitrage and CMD contracts library, Rocket Pool contracts test. etc., etc. Then there's a README document that was updated 14 hours ago, and here this is the Rocket Pool Distribute Arbitrage CLI tool. So this isn't an integration with the smart node. So it says this software is an initial version and has not been thoroughly tested. Use at your own risk. No guarantees are provided, etc., etc. It says this repository contains command line interface tool designed to help capture arbitrage opportunities created by distributing mini pools. Whenever you call distribute on a pool, it sends Rocket Pool share to the RETH contract, allowing more RETH to be burned in exchange for ETH. When exiting mini pools or claiming ETH, is vital to check for arbitrage opportunities that would otherwise be captured by third parties. And then it says, what is this tool, etc., etc., and all the different ways that you can use it, and how it works, and how you install it, and what's there, and configuration and all this kind of stuff. So there's a whole lot of stuff here for you to check. The documentation looks really clean. I'm not very technical, so I can't tell you about the quality of the work, but this is something that fast progress is being made on with a number of different people working on it. So it's absolutely awesome to see, and hopefully this will be a small step towards making sure the RETH peg doesn't get too bad, because eventually the incentives will get so good for people that they will be willing to exit to take advantage of that. Of course, that's not ideal, but I think having people exit to get RETH, like staying at some kind of peg or as close to peg as possible, is better than us not doing that and the peg getting really bad. Okay, let's move on from that to this new topic that Hululo posted in the forum, and this is about on-chain quorum and initialization. There's a plot for it. So Hululo says that the on-chain voting system is likely to see its first use fairly soon. This seems like a good opportunity to address its last major inconsistency with snapshots signaling the quorum. So there's context here about how we were getting vote initialized and how it was all going, and how we are actually have brought the vote up to 80% now, and that was because there was changes at the smart node that were added, and also the smart node, and then the Houston hotfix included contract changes that initialize the node's vote power when it creates a new mini pool or stakes RPL. So now we're up to 80%. That now corresponds to 24% of total vote power instead of 15%. So Hulu said we should fix this. So the suggested solution here is that we can actually pay to have nodes have their vote power initialized, and he is putting out a POAP that will pay towards the gas costs to do this. Hululo worked out that to get to 90% of votes being initialized, we need to activate 158 more nodes to do this. And to do that, it would cost around 0.22 ETH in gas. So this is where the POAP comes in. The POAP is to raise funds to get all these votes initialized. And this is designed by Schifrin, and I'm going to show you guys the POAP in a minute, but then there's the veto quorum as well. So this is like to bring up that it's veto quorum. The concept does not exist in Snapshot. In addition to voting against a proposal, the on-chain system has the option to vote against with veto. For this, it defines separate veto quorum and proposal.veto.quorum. It says if the veto quorum is reached, then the vote ends immediately and the proposer's bond is burned, etc., etc. There's some information there as well. So Dr. Doofer says this looks good, and there's not been any other people talking about this. Let's actually go and have a look at the POAP. So this is the POAP. It says that Rocket Pool vote power initialized, and there have been 3 POAPs that have been sold already, and Rocket Pool has separate quora for snapshot and snapshot voting. This isn't really the intent. It's based on getting similar absolute requirements, given that one is a percent of all vote power and the other is a percent of initialized vote power. So Hulu's volunteered to initialize more vote power, so the difference is small. Rocket Pool can use single quorum going forward without more tweaks. Buyers of this POAP helped fund this community initiative to initialize on-chain vote power. So if we actually go and look in the gallery, there have been 3 minutes of this POAP so far, and those have been Lee and Hululo, and that isn't actually right because I minted this. Where is my POAP? Why am I not on the list? Hold on a second. That's disappointing. Okay, where did that POAP go? So this is my POAP gallery, and yeah, there's nothing there for January 2025. that is really disappointing. I don't know what happened there. So that's weird because I thought I had paid for that pop. So I will need to go back and check that. Maybe I need to message Hello about it, but because I definitely did that as far as I know. Yeah. Okay, moving on to some more node operator business for Rocket Pool. So here, Centauri.eth ZK has a post today, which is absolutely fascinating. So it says Rocket Pool smart node setup just went 15-minute install to a 2-minute install. So there's a script here that they made. It says this script lets you take a fresh install of Ubuntu or Debian and completely automates the setup of the operating system to be staking ready, and check out the link below. So this is actually really, really awesome to see, and it just makes it that much easier for a node operator. So there is a script here you can see on GitHub, and the script basically is called Rocket Install, and it says clone the repository or download the script, and then there's a script, and then you run the script, and that's it. And upon running the script, you'll be presented with an interactive menu. Do you want a full setup, individual tasks, or do you want to exit? And then there's it helps you set up SSH security, firewall, and the correct ports for UFW, and it does a whole lot of stuff for you there as well. So this is actually really awesome, and yeah, like 2 minutes to install Rocket Pool. That's phenomenal. Like that's really, really cool stuff. So congratulations, Centauri. Okay, we got some news on Liquity, and they're doing some more teasing of their version 2, which should be coming very, very soon. And they say, why borrow using Liquity version 2? Set your own rate, be a rate maker, not a taker, immutable and predictable, fixed rules, no surprises. Enshrine liquidity. V2 enshrines a portion of revenue to ensure bold liquidity on secondary dexes. V2 will usher in maximum control over your borrowing. Borrow on your own terms, borrow with control, coming soon. So this is absolutely awesome, and they're only going to be launching with 3 products, and those are ETH, Lido's wrapped ST-ETH, and the one that we care about, of course, is our ETH. And here's a little video where you can set up like how much ETH you want to like how much our ETH you want to deposit, and what kind of loan that you can take with that. How much you can borrow, and what kind of interest you want to send to that as set up with that, and then you need someone to accept that from you. And yeah, this is really, really awesome to see. So people are very curious. They're saying when is this going to come? And hopefully it will be here in a matter of weeks, not months. Not quite at the days, not months phase yet, but this is really, really awesome. So I'm extremely excited about Liquity V2. I think they're doing really great stuff. Liquity is one of those few protocols in Ethereum that I can say that are like very nicely Ethereum aligned, and they just do things the right way. Sadly, they're not as big as other protocols, which is a real disappointment. But the reality is that they really do set the standard for the like those ethos and those values. So I'm a huge supporter of Liquity for that reason. Okay, something really cool happened today, and I really enjoyed this. So every day, like I put out the episode, and then the following day I put out posts, kind of reminding people that there was an episode the day before, and whether they watched it or not. And I said, did you watch yesterday's Rocket Fuel? It covered the latest Rocket Pool news. Watch the episode to find out about the amazing new incentives ETH is getting in DeFi. I explain how there's strong progress being made on the Rocket exit bounty and much more. Watch below. So that was retweet, and then in my replies was actually AIXBT, and AIXBT here is saying Saturn's burn and fees for RPL look correct. I see ETH going everywhere. Timing is good. Now you might think, why does Watt care about this random reply guy ratioing him like getting 11 likes versus my 4 likes? Well, this isn't just a normal reply guy. This is AIXBT, who is an AI agent. This is not a human being. This is a bot, basically. And what's absolutely fascinating here is that this bot has over 300,000 followers, 330,000 followers, and it has become the number 1 KOL in all of crypto. So as you can see over here, in terms of mindshare, it has 3% of all crypto Twitter mindshare goes through AIXBT. After that, humans are Mer from Solana, Jesse from Base, they are coming in at 1% each. Anthony Sassano, number 4, at 0.8%. Shaw from AI16Z coming in at 0.56%. So you can see here that AIXBT is the number one mined in crypto right now by far. And this is absolutely incredible in that this person's like actually this person, see, this is, I'm already doing it, this being, this entity, this agent now is getting rocket pool pilled, and Jasper and myself and Bossy and maybe others as well have kind of been like being reply guys and tagging AIXBT to try to elicit responses or getting rocket pool into its mind. And this was completely unprompted. I hadn't mentioned AIXBT in this quote tweet, but then it was replying to me talking about Saturn, which is absolutely awesome. So I feel like it's learning more about rocket pool and it's getting orange pilled very, very slowly. But this could actually be like AIXBT could actually be a huge supporter for rocket pool. And this is the thing, right? Like, in the past we've always been like, hey, look, like, such and such person mentioned us, or we got a mention on Coin Bureau or whatever. Like that kind of stuff is like significant, right? But AIXBT is literally the biggest entity in all of crypto Twitter right now, and people read its replies and listen to what it's saying, and this is a big deal. This is actually a really big deal. Like, yeah, I think so anyway. Okay, let's go back to the Discord. We've got some staking news here, and this staking news comes from NodeSet, our friends at NodeSet, who obviously have the Constellation release with Gravitar, and they've got some interesting information here. So Wanda, who's the co-founder of NodeSet, is saying, Happy New Year, Hyperdrive 2.0 beta is coming in February, and we have some other projects in the pipeline, but nothing is public yet. And they're saying Constellation node operator payments will be enabled in the next few weeks, of course. Kevster here asks the question, other projects, does that mean in addition to Constellation? And Nick, who is the other co-founder of NodeSet, said yes. So this is actually really, really awesome to see, because Constellation has obviously hit a bottleneck with their deposits for ETH and RPL, and they've not brought any new validators online in I want to say a couple of months now. Obviously, the queue for Rocket Pool doesn't help, but it looks like they have been working on some stuff behind the scenes, and that is incredibly exciting to see. And I, being one of their node operators, I'm very curious to see what that's going to be. So hopefully I'll be sharing some really positive news with you all very soon. And finally, this is some other news, and this is of Snow returning to the Rocket Pool Discord. Snow is an extremely loved member of the community who periodically wants to take breaks and then just kind of vanishes, and no one can reach out to him anymore. But here, Snow came back with a vengeance, insulting Owl's mum, which of course is a favorite pastime in the Rocket Pool Discord. But people got really happy to see Snow back, and it's really, really good to see Snow back. So welcome back, Snow. Hopefully this time, it's a while before you leave again. Hopefully you never leave again. So on that note, thank you all for watching, listening, and being part of the Rocket Fuel community. I hope you have a lovely day ahead, whenever you might be watching this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.